But at the time, I was like, oh, I'll do it for the community, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. But like, I didn't. She was right, actually. Mom, you're right. Why'd I do this, Mom?
All these years.
Why'd you stop me?
Welcome back to another episode of the TCG Table podcast. Brand new season 2 here. And of course, we have to bring you special guests. So today, as you guys can see, we have a brand new setup here.
Where's the Pikachu?
We got a brand new space, We'll explain that in a second. But want to introduce my guest today. Today, my guest is the owner of one of the most beloved local TCG card shop in all of Orange County, LA area, Inland Empire. So the shop is known for their insanely long line when it comes to launch day. And even just in general, there is a ton of people always going to play tournaments, casual, and, especially launch day again, because they do a great ton of deal for products and stuff. So, yeah, at this point, please welcome one of the owner of the Project CCG shop, Dennis. How you doing?
I'm good.
Look at that. We can actually shake hand here. So, right off the bat, guys, I have a confession. This is the second time we're doing this take here. First time, I had a sinus infection and I was out of my mind. And I remember recording everything, and I didn't press record on the audio, so we had to do it again. And it was good because that time my whole right jaw was completely numb. I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So I appreciate you.
Yeah, no. To be fair, he came back from Japan, and I think your whole family was sick.
Yeah.
And it just multiple things happened, and this is a few weeks later too. So we gotta showcase this, but it's thank you for having me again.
No, thank you. And even today, I had to get a couple of equipment, sorted out. So the universe doesn't want us to have this podcast.
Kristen's MVP. She did help.
That's right.
But yeah.
Shout out to Nurse Joy here for MVP. But yeah, so before we even get started, I guess we'll change it up a little bit. As you guys can see, this is a brand new backdrop, man. What's going on here? Dennis, why don't you walk me through? Let's start with that announcement.
Yeah. So we're actually opening a store this Saturday. I don't know when this is coming out tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when it's coming out. But we're opening up this Saturday. It's December 5th, 6th? December 6th. I'm losing my mind. But December 6th, we're opening a new store in Orange County. One of the biggest complaints that people always told me, oh, we love your store, but you're so far. You're in LA.
I know. I'm one of them.
You know what? I'm going to do you better. I'm going to open a store for you guys in OC. So we opened a store in OC. This Saturday, we're going to have a lot of grand opening events. Free coupons for the first 250 people. Free $5 to $100. Just come in, get a free $5, a minimum $5 coupon to anything you guys store credit you guys want. That's what we did for the LA store as well. We have some free tournaments,
nice.
some free case tournaments, free One Piece. I don't know, One Piece not free. Free Pokemon, free Magic, a lot of free stuff happening. Just come through, have a good time.
Yeah, nice. I definitely wish I can be here to attend, but I got to go to San Antonio for collector
No
time.
worries,
but I'll
man.
be here in spirit. But make sure you save some of the free stuff from me, all right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, guys, keep watching this episode. At the end of it, we're going to do a quick tour of this shop to show you guys a brand new space. They're still setting it up, but we want to give you the behind the scenes. So it'll be pretty cool, right? So stick around, guys. But yeah. So let's get right into it. As you probably know, we always want to kind of talk to how we met. So why don't you give the audience, your take on how we met?
So actually, I didn't meet you first. I met Kristen first. But we were neighbors at Collectors Expo.
That's right.
Expo, and it's almost gonna be a year now.
It's
almost gonna be a year. It's crazy, right?
It's crazy.
It's a year ago, and for the New Year's Lunar New Year, Collector Expo had a car show there, and we were neighbors. And I just kept hearing Alan talk to his customers, and I talked to Kristen hey, Kristen, how long has he been doing? Because I know Kristen didn't know anything. I saw her blank face. I know she knows what she was doing there. So I saw her face. I'm like, how long has Alan been doing? He's talking to the real. And she's like, he's only been doing 2 months. I'm like, 2 months? This guy talked like he's been here for years, right? Just how you present yourself and how you carry yourself and how you talk to your customers, how you treat them really well. So I'm like, I like this guy. I'm gonna try to get to know him when he has free time. And from there, it was just I hit you up. I got your your Japanese distro, you know,
That's
Aki
right.
and them.
Aki and
you know,
Taiki.
Aki and
Shout
Taki,
out.
shout out to them. They helped me out. All Mega Dreams just came out. They shipped me out, and like I'm texting about 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, bro, you guys need to
That's
sleep.
right.
You know, Aki Taki, you guys need to sleep. But yeah, so he hooked me up, and we just kept in touch from there. And it's been a great adventure together.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it was crazy because we didn't even know what we were doing at the time, quite honestly. I think looking back now, right, comparatively speaking, and just having you guys next to us, and we didn't even know. It was just kind of fate, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Because we didn't choose the locations. It was just random.
Yeah. And we got really lucky, and of course we met up and made the connection. And I later I found out, I'm like, wow, you guys own a store.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool. And of course, eventually I visited.
Yeah, because when people say you own stores, you don't know how big it is until you go to the store. And then the first time you came, I was too busy to give you a tour.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, guys, come back. I'm so sorry. Come back another time. I'll give you a tour. And then that's when I showed you, and Benny was there that time too. And we showed the tour of the whole place.
Yeah, that was super awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah. So let's talk about the original store, the OG store, you know, the one in Alhambra.
Yeah.
What made you wanted to start a car shop, right? I mean, you probably wouldn't talk about all of that, so I'll give you the mic.
Yeah. So it goes really, really way back. So I don't know, like it could be my blood, but we'll get into that. But like originally, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I'm a dirty Yu-Gi-Oh player. I play pretty competitively. We travel to events and across the nation, and traveling, playing, and our local store was not too great. It was a kind of rundown store. Kind of the owner didn't really care. It was a kind of a store inside of a clothing shop. So obviously they have mixed things, and they thought cards like a secondary thing, not a main thing. And the owner didn't really know about cards. They just sold it, and it was kind of like we didn't feel like it was homely to it.
Sure.
So like I said, you know what? Let's open a card shop. Just so we can play. And it came out 2015, there's 3 owners of us that, if you guys didn't know, there's me, Jonathan, and Johnny. Johnny just graduated college, and then I had a person to like kind of partner up with, and from there we just started off from his garage, his mom's house garage.
Wow.
And then 2015 to 2017, we kind of just build more inventory, and got to a point where like his mom couldn't see her floor anymore. It just got like so big, like she's like, you guys gotta get out. Like I can't live in this situation. So it just kept expanding because those EX boxes they're big. They get pretty big, and ETBs get really big. And she couldn't see her floor, so then she kind of gave us the push we needed to take the next step. Because if she just didn't say anything ever, we'd just probably still be in the garage today. Because there's no overhead, right? There's no overhead, nothing more about security, no need for staff. Like it's so easy. You're comfortable, right? So it's kind of like your parents kind of kicking you out to like, go get a job, kid, and
hit 26,
get
my insurance.
Get my health insurance. Yeah, exactly. And then so he pushed us out. So she told us at the beginning of 2017. So we had to have the mind. At the end of 2017, we got to find a place, and we found a place in November 2017, and that was our first place in Montebello. And while Johnny was there doing mainly like the operations, Jonathan was like kind of the employee for the company, because we had no one, right? So Johnny would be all the one uploading cards and buying inventory, and Jonathan would be packing orders and shipping the orders and taking to the mail and all that stuff. So there's something called sweat equity, where you work into the equity, because I was the one that financed it. So it was a measly $5,000 because I just came out of college and I just had my first job. I had to pay rent, I had to pay for because I'm an adult now, right? So I had only $5,000 to invest in this company, and from there we just took that $5,000 and kind of grew it into this what we see today. So 2017, we're in Montebello, and then we had 2 more employees, and there's 5 of us now for the longest time. And we opened up. It was like very, very slow. It was not what it is today.
Yeah, not
at all. It was very, very slow. They would finish their work by like 2 p.m. We'll open till 5 or 6. And they'll play Exploding Kittens until 5 p.m. Yes. Those are the days. Like they'll play Monopoly Deal or get the Clue board out. Yeah. They'll play board games until like tournament time, 6 p.m. Right? Because that's when we play tournaments. It was like so slow, but at the time overhead's so small. Like what's in like 3 hours? It's whatever. And minimum wage is a lot lower back then. So it was really easy times. And then COVID happened, and then Pokemon blew up. Yeah. Right. Before Pokemon blew up, like COVID happened, and we shut down, and that was kind of scary times. Like we didn't know if we're gonna go down. We didn't know, like, because our runway is only so far, right? Yeah. We don't have that much like saved up for that, and we didn't know how long. No one knew, right? The whole world didn't know what was happening, right?
Exactly.
So we didn't know what was happening, and obviously Pokemon's a luxury. People are like, can't even get food. So like, why are they gonna buy Pokemon? You know, doesn't make any sense. So we didn't know what was going on, but then like the stipend happened, where then people got stipend checks.
They're like, oh, here comes Pokemon.
No, it was crazy. So they'll walk to my store, boom, $5,000. I'm like, I want that. I'm like, what the, like, why? It's like, oh, I live at home. Well, I'm gonna do the stipend money. I can't go to the club, can't pop bottles, I can't go to my EDC. Like, I want to do this money. I'm buying Pokemon with it.
Nice.
So that's all the money went to.
Thanks,
like,
Logan Paul.
Yeah, thank you, Logan Paul.
Shout out to you, man.
Yeah. So from there, we saw an uptick of people, and then we were able to hire our first real employee, and then from there it just kept growing, and then kind of like growing pains. You just feel the pain, like, oh, I gotta pick another guy. No, I gotta pick up another guy. So then from there, we kind of shifted how our shop looked like, and then it got to a certain point where we couldn't see our floors anymore, so we had to move out. And then we moved out to Alhambra in 2023. But so then we're in Alhambra 2023, and then now we're opening this shop now in 2025 in Orange County. So
that's so awesome. To see that journey just condensed in, like, you know, there's obviously so many ups and downs. We're gonna get to all of that.
A lot. I mean, there's like the origin story, right? Like I was slinging cards on the playground when I was in, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, like selling Yu-Gi-Oh cards, selling Pokemon cards. Like I had my binder, like these kids nowadays, I have my binder in the playground. Hey, you guys want to buy anything? So like I feel like it was in my blood, like a little bit. And then also like my mom and immigrant parents, my mom had a business in Chinatown. So like she told me that when she gave birth to me, a week later she brought me to the shop, to her Chinatown shop, and then because you couldn't hire babysitters, right? So then I was in the shop, like apparently I didn't cry. So she was selling clothes and stuff while I was in the shop, like just hanging out, watching her, But yeah, every summer there's no school, I'll go to her clothing shop and I'll set up a little booth there too. Nice. Unlike Benny, I'm not really artistic, so I couldn't sell any cards like her, but I had like a little chair and I had like cards there. So I felt like I was always interested in selling and like connections like that. So it was kind of my blood.
What were you selling when as a kid though? I was
selling.
Really?
I needed money for ice cream, bro. Like we don't have allowance. Like you guys are nice. You guys give Benny money. Like I don't have money. I need ice cream money and nachos money, man.
That's the real hustle, right?
Yeah, the hustle.
Somebody go into a clothing store and end up like walking out with like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like, wait a minute, what did I buy?
I bought exactly. Yeah,
you got hustled by a kid.
Exactly. So maybe they feel sorry for me, but I gotta do what I do, man.
Like I'll buy this thing, whatever. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now they're like, oh man, should have kept it.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like it's like you said, all this whole history condensed. It's like I can tell you so many stories, but it's really condensed.
Yeah. So like going back a little bit, when you guys were setting up at just the house in the basement, or not the basement, the garage.
The garage,
Were you guys just mainly doing like eBay online transactions?
So before TCG Player wasn't a big thing. This is 2015. It was like very, very small. There's no sales history. There's no last transactions. There's there's a chart on TCG Player. There's nothing of that. So a lot of the sales were from eBay. eBay was, you had to manually take a picture of the card, type in where it was, put a description on it, and upload it and put it for a certain dollar. And then you have to look at past sales and make sure you price it correctly, because there's no robot says price it last sold or lowest listing. So it was a lot of work just to put one card up. So it was a lot of eBay, and then eventually we got Amazon. So a lot of eBay and Amazon. Then TCG Player kind of grew its own, and we got into TCG Player. But it was a lot of eBay that kind of grew us.
No, that's really crazy.
Yeah, you guys are spoiled now.
Luxury.
Yeah. So I always say, like, one of the reasons why like this hobby is so popular or so like easy to get into is because TCG Player. I'm giving all the credit to TCG Player, because without TCG Player, there's no way everyone can memorize all those cards. It's like almost impossible. Like all these tools you guys have, card ladder you use.
Yeah, card
like
ladder.
Everyone like how you have so many tools in your disposal to price this card right, make sure you and the buyer is safe, is having a good transaction. Like back then, it was Wild West, man. Like so back then when we go to locals, Johnny was the guy who was like, hey Johnny.
He's the price shouting.
No, I was like, hey Johnny, is this a good trade? Like we're like, me and you, we're like, hey Johnny, is this a good trade? And Johnny would be like, yeah, it's a good trade, and we'll trade. Johnny was the guy, like, to know the market, because at the time, Johnny was the only one with the eBay account. So we want anything, we asked Johnny to buy on eBay, because we were like 16, 17-year-olds. We can but somehow he had an eBay account. His mom gave him a credit card or whatever. So we would buy everything off Johnny. So Johnny was like the gatekeeper.
He was the financial
financial advisor for everyone. So
he was the financial investor.
So that was back in the good old times. Like I'm ancient, but so back then there was no TCG Player. There's no internet on your phone, right now, like you
Oh
look
my
up
God.
anything.
You
So-
walk out of the house, you better memorize
yeah,
that.
right. I remember I talked to Card Lab, right?
Yeah,
Daniel. We talked all the time. He went to Level Expo, and he said his internet didn't work,
Yep.
and it was caveman status. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, that was how it was back then. So he had to go outside to get internet and make a transaction outside. But then imagine that expo where there's internet. That's how it was back then.
Yeah.
So
I remember I went up to North Cal for Collector Expos, and that place had no internet
Yeah.
either, but you can buy it. And I was like, I'm going to take the plunge. And it was like, oh my God.
there's no way.
It was like $80 a day. It
Yeah.
was expensive. I was like, but it was worth it. And I was
There's
like,
no way.
only
Without
one.
it, you couldn't do anything,
Yeah.
right? Like literally, you couldn't do anything.
I was the only one with like internet. I was able to calm, and I was like, "Yeah, guys,
Yeah,
you're in
guys.
my world now." No, no, I'm giving everybody a good deal, you know.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I
it was
mean,
really hard.
because now like the buyer doesn't know that's the right price that you put on sticker, right? They have to
Right.
trust that you're who you are
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how many
Authenticity, all of
exactly.
that.
Yeah. So like you're a family man. It's easy to like know that you're authentic. So they're gonna think your price. Oh, that's a good price.
Yeah.
But if you're like a brand new guy doesn't have any following, like you're not selling anything that day because there's no internet. So
Yeah,
it sucks.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Double-edged sword, man.
Double-edged
But
sword, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. So I think that's very, very cool story, right? But I'm also curious to see. You guys obviously went straight into like, I'm gonna open a store, right? Have you guys thought about maybe doing like vending shows before?
Yeah.
Like other avenue. Obviously, you were in a different time back then,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What did you guys consider, and how did you land into like I'm gonna open a shop?
Yeah, so like you asked me if I ever want to do vending back then. There was no vending back then. There is no card shows back then. There might have been like the nationals back then,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is all
that's
sports.
right.
It is still kind of all sports as well, but no one knew about that because it's sports, right? And it's also in
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah.
No one knew about.
That's a lot of overhead too, right?
Yeah.
Just
Now
traveling, yeah.
like there's 2 shows every weekend, like at the same
This past weekend was like 4.
Four,
I
it was,
think it
SoCal,
was crazy. SoCal Con,
yeah.
SoCal TCG.
Yeah.
It was like
LA Con,
Yeah, and
yeah.
it was like
one in the car shop.
There was
right?
in Lake Forest.
Yeah.
There was one.
Yeah, so there's like so many car shows. There's like new vendors have so much opportunity right now to sell and try it. Like they have a way to say they like it or they don't like it, and then you exit real quick if they don't like it. Right? If you don't like it, you lost $100 for the table.
Yeah.
If I don't like opening shop, I lost like 5-year contract. I'm just burning money for 5 years. Like I'm stuck with this place for 5 years or 3 years, whatever you sign with your landlord. But yeah, so there was really no option to like, try it out first.
Yeah.
The only option you had was TCG player or selling online. And if you were able to sell enough to cover your overhead, which was our thought process, like, hey, it's big enough to cover our runway for about 6 months. And then if we don't sell anything for the shop, at least about 6 months to pay for the rent, at least bare minimum, right?
Yeah.
So that's our mentality is, hey, let's get enough to open a shop with 6 months rent, and then we'll try to open shop with obviously inventory, stuff like that. Nice. So that was our idea. So the rest was kind of, we wanted to play. We wanted to like have a place to play. Like right after I go work, I'm gonna go play. Doesn't work that way, but it doesn't work that way at all. so if you want to be a player, don't open a shop. That's
for those thinking about it, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Just don't. If you want to be a player, you want to enjoy the hobby, just don't open a shop because I haven't played card games in forever. But
you like Excel spreadsheet? Go open a
yeah,
shop.
I love Excel sheets. Right now. Open a shop. Yeah. So so that's kind of the idea. Like I think now there's so much opportunity to try things out, but back then, you kind of take the leap of faith if you really want to, and you really love your community. Because like I was opening the shop just not for me, for like my friends as well that wanted to play and a good place to play, and players that a TO that knew what they're talking about and can help players. Hey, that's not a good card in your deck. That's a bad card in your deck, or that's a good price. That's not a good price. So we had both mentalities of like helping our community and also like we wanted to play.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. That's pretty cool. I mean, I think I would be very concerned about opening a store, like just going in raw dog style, no backup, no plan. So that's kind of my next question, which is like, when you guys, decided to go in, open your first store, were there any like concern? Like, how did how do you guys manage like a, partnership, way of doing business?
Yeah.
Walk me through that whole entire thought process.
Yeah. So I think it's a little different. I watched some of your other podcasts and other guests. Like some of them are like they barely know each other, or some of them they knew each other. Like I think one of them, the 2 guys, they knew each other since they were kids, right?
Yeah.
So
right.
I forgot their name was, but
Lee and
Lee. So
Sigma and Diego.
Yeah. So similar to them, we kind of knew each other since forever. Like Jonathan and Jonathan and Johnny knew each other since like middle school. Even though they go different schools, we all met at the locals. Right?
Yeah.
And I came in like a few years later. Like I was like 17 at the time, and they were like 14, 15. So we kind of knew each other forever. And then we kind of saw each other graduate, and so I was like about 6, 7 years later, and then we opened up the garage shop. So that kind of got us more bonding because then we got to face adversity together and kind of work together already. So it wasn't a shop yet, right? We had a separate bank account, so like all inventory was in that bank account. So we never touched each other's money. It was always within its own ecosystem. So then in terms of concerns, I think it was great that we had 3. I think 2 is really hard because then like if I argue with you, you argue with me, right? Who's right?
Yeah,
I don't think I'm right. You're gonna think you're right.
Yep.
But when you have 3 people, the third person always has a tiebreaker or like has say that makes me think, oh, maybe this is what he meant, and then he might think, oh, that's what I meant, right? So I think a trio is always perfect, right? So I'm the CEO, Johnny's the COO, operations, and then Jonathan's CFO. So we all have our roles, and we kind of don't step in each other's roles. Like I don't talk to him about finances, I don't talk to him about events, they don't talk to me about admin stuff. So like we all kind of know each other's space, and we all take respect for each other's job, right? Because I'm not going to be like, hey man, you didn't pay bills today, or hey man, you spent too much on product, or like, hey man, your events are late. Like it doesn't make sense. So we all have to respect each other, and because we've been doing it for a while, so we kind of have our own staff, our own teams, and like if I need to pull his staff, I'll ask him, hey, can I pull Matt today to help me do this thing? And then it's all respectful. And at the end of the day, it's all teamwork, right? Yeah. If I took his staff without telling him, then who's gonna get hurt at the end of the day? He is, right? And then
you guys as a business will get hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because then now we have friction between the staff. The staff's gonna be like, oh, but Dennis told me that.
Yeah.
Oh, but Jonathan told me that, right? So like it's like, oh, I don't know who's telling me what. So I think just make everything transparent, everything clarity, everyone being honest. It's very important. And since I grew up with them, I kind of see they're not like scummy. They're good people.
Yeah.
That's what I am really blessed at. That all my staff, all my partners, they're honest, good people. Like just generally good people, right? I don't care if you can't sort cards, a card a minute or whatever. Right. I care that you don't steal from me. I care that you have honest, hardworking mentality and like integrity. Yeah, you're doing your best every day, right? So that's what I care for the most, like loyalty and honesty and just great, good people. I talk to them about their family, how their family's doing, how they're doing in school and stuff like that. So like one of my employees, he graduated high school, went to his graduation, and we paid for his dinner and everything. Wow. That. So it's like it's family. It's family. Yeah, we're all family in the end of the day. Right? So we have Christmas dinners. We have holiday parties. We do Secret Santa all together. I pay for all the presents, and then they just pull Secret Santas.
You need a cleaner up in here. Yeah. You guys hiring, right?
We also have a cleaner too. So our cleaner is Jonathan's mom, and we all give her a Christmas bonus at the end of the year. We all pitch in. Like every employee helps pitch that. So that's just the mentality we have as family, right? Right. So in terms of concern, like I built the team to be the way it is because I can sleep at night knowing that no one stole from me at the end of the day. Yeah. Right. So that was the biggest concern. Like, oh, is someone gonna steal from me, or anyone's gonna like? It's so easy to take something off the wall, right? Or taking a pack, someone open pack, and put the cards away. But like the way I sleep at night is like I know that my team won't be doing that for me. So that's where I'm super blessed about. I have good people around me.
No,
so,
that's really awesome.
Yeah.
I think I want to also stress the importance of like good partnership, right? Because I mean, I dealt with my share of like partnerships, and off screen, you already know how it goes. I'm not gonna give anybody no clout, right? But I think this is so amazing for me to see that you guys have like a 3-way partnership that works. Yeah. Because usually the more people, the more conflict, right? Yes. So it's actually really a testament to you guys and the bond that you guys have as friends, as business owner, to be able to be friends and separate business, right? And kind of put the business at first, each one of you, so that you guys can be friends. I think that's very important.
We all had experience prior to this too, right? So I'm an engineer, so I'm really good at Excel and, like you said, Excel sheets. And then Johnny graduated as marketing, so he knows events and stuff like that. And then Jonathan worked in a flower shop where he did the bookkeeping for that shop. So we all had brought something that we knew that other people don't know into this company. So we all have respect for each other because of that. Not like, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's learning it on the job. So we all knew that we all had something to bring to the table. And then Johnny worked at Frankenstein's before working with us. So he worked with another booth called Octavia, who's gone now. But he pretty much showed Johnny all the ropes and how to get a distributor, how to order, and all that stuff. So we let him deal with that. So I'm never going to step on his toes because who am I to say that I know better than him, right? So that's how it works. And also we know each other forever, right? So we know what bugs people, and you can tell in the face since you know somebody.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure, like your wife's mad at you, and she don't say anything.
Yes, I always know when she's mad at me.
Without her saying anything, It's like
Yeah,
me, like,
at a show, guys, if you ever see like just me talking and she's not talking, oh, you know what went down, guys.
so same.
I'm waiting to get it.
So same with partners, right? So we're friends for a long time. I can know when he's getting aggravated. I can see when he's stressed. So I see my partner stressed. Hey, go take a break. I'll take in. Even though I'm not supposed to be in retail, like I'm supposed to be like back into admin.
Yeah.
I'll tell him, hey, go sit down. Let me go take the sale. So
Right,
we can
right,
see
right.
we just know each other so well that it works out, And like you said, we're not saying we're perfect. We argue sometimes.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we close that door when we leave the office. We're back to friends.
Nice.
So it's easy to just put it away because it's also easy to say now because we're doing well.
Yeah.
But back when you're not doing well, that's when you're tested the most, right?
Yeah,
When
100%.
you're like I can't pay extra next month rent.
Right,
I never got to that point, but like imagine like can't pay extra rent, like then you're gonna nitpick everything they do, right? But
100%.
Yeah, so-
I definitely wouldn't do that.
yeah,
as well.
yeah. So like I think those times when you are faced with the most adversity is when you get the closest. And these guys, we went through the ups and downs, COVID, non-COVID. When
Right.
the 2022 Fusion Strike was selling for $90 a box, we were buying it for $95. It didn't make any sense. Like, why are we buying more, Johnny? And he was like, we have to buy more because we don't buy more. We don't get the next set. And I'm like, I can't afford the next set. You keep buying
yeah.
more. So like, it was like arguing like that. Like it just didn't make sense. And but I had to trust him. I had to,
Yeah, like
and-
every 10 box we buy is another box that we
so-
lost.
And then CFO has to trust him because CFO's giving him money, right? John's
right,
giving me money.
that's
So
right.
it just didn't make any sense to me. And I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I here?
Yeah.
Like I can just live my cush job and not have to be
Yeah.
here. And then but in the end of the day, we wrote it out. And these two guys, they're my groomsmen, and they're like the reason my son's name because their name's Jay.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, my son's name's Jalen. So they're off with my groomsmen's. So
That's awesome, man.
yeah.
That's
So.
Yeah,
It's
can we just like rewind the clock for some Fusion Strike at night, man?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah. So like Fusion Strike, Chilling Pains, what was
my
it? Battle Styles. Those like oh my god, it was like never ending. Like we buy like invoice after invoice. You paid the first invoice off, another invoice Chilling Pains, another invoice Fusion Strike. I'm like oh my god, I just got rid of the first one. So I was like.
So pop quiz, do you still have Battle Style? Because that thing's still trash.
Yeah, I'm on my last case. It's in the vault. It's in the vault, but yeah.
Oh my god, took
yeah.
this many years.
Yeah,
still
so
there?
it's still there. Like Scarlet Violet was trash for a long time. We had so much Scarlet Violet, and because we thought, oh, first set's gonna be hot, but no, it wasn't hot. But then we sold out Scarlet Violet eventually. But
Yeah.
it just gotta. Hopefully, you have enough money to ride it until it goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm curious to see, kind of like a two-set question, right?
Yeah.
Like, at what point did you guys realize like, hey, we kind of not made it, but like steady out, right?
Yeah.
And this is like feasible. We can this shop is here to stay. Like, I want to see like if you recall any moment where you kind of like, man, we kind of did it.
Yeah. So it's a multi-times, right? Sometimes you get there and like. And they're like, oh yeah, we made it. And then,
like,
no, we did it. Yeah. So like, you never feel safe, right now.
Yeah.
Right now, actually, I feel safe because we opened second shop, right?
Yes.
I feel pretty safe to open the second shop. But even now, like, second shop doesn't do well. Like, what the hell did I just do, right?
Yeah.
But the first time was we had a grand opening and Montebello, and we had like a 70-man tournament. It's like one of the biggest tournaments ever in the LA area.
Wow.
We're like, oh, we made it, guys. Oh, dang. And then we found out like, oh, they came because it was free. So it was fake. It was fake, right?
Every week we just
Every
make it
week.
free. We'll do it. We got it.
So,
We got
so
it.
it was like it went to 40, then 30, and 20 again, and then it's stable, right? So then I was like, oh, so it was not us. It was just the product that
Sure.
held us.
It was the
right?
hype.
It was a hype, yeah, exactly. So then we kind of rolled that out. So it wasn't like I felt like we were losing it, but then it was just steady from there. And then COVID happened. I felt like we lost it, but then COVID. And then Pokemon Boom happened, Logan Paul. And they're like, oh, we made it. We made it again. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, we're selling this. We're selling this 20th anniversary for 2x MSRP, which was never unheard of. Like we sold boxes for 180. Like, oh my God, it's double MSRP. And then we got hella bashed for it. But yeah, then the 2022 crisis happened and everything tanked. Like, oh man, we didn't make it again, dude.
No,
So
God.
that time was actually pretty scary. We all took pay cuts. Like, I personally didn't get paid until like the first 2 years. So as an owner, you don't get paid.
Sure.
But like, I finally got my first paycheck. I'm like, oh, cool. And like a few months later, I got taken away from me. So I was like, oh man. So yeah, we all got all the owners got our paycheck cut. So because if we didn't, we were gonna die. But all our employees, obviously, we had to keep them paid because then they also have to feed their own families, right? So we took care of our employees first.
Yeah.
So we always sat all our employees down. We said, hey, it's not good times. Or I'm gonna tell you straight up, it's not good times. But we're not gonna go down by us taking a pay cut. and cutting your hours by like we took 2-3 hours from each guys, and they're okay with it because they understand the situation and we're family, right? We were able to survive during that wave, and then now we're back to the next bullish market is the 2024, 2025, Twilight Masquerade to Surging Spark, and then till now. I think now I was safe to say we made it. Unless this shop goes down, I feel like now I feel like we made it.
I think the difference today, right, is that not only one product is booming.
Yes.
I think TCG in general
got
the cultural phenomenon, and I think it's hooked, right? I think now it's kind of pop culture a little bit.
Yes.
And
like
people
being a nerd's cool.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Back when we were younger, we're like, oh, Naruto, run! Like, no, I can't run like this.
Right.
Like,
right.
Yeah, let me hide my headband real quick.
Yeah, exactly. I had to wear clothes that kind of sort of tell you what it is.
Yeah, subtle,
you have to know,
right?
If you know kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So now being a nerd is cool. Like, pop culture, like you said, is cool. It's everywhere on YouTube. It's in mainstream TV. Like you can see like League of Legends being played on ESPN and stuff like that. Like it's everywhere. So it's being a nerd is cool now. So definitely times have changed. Like it's I think it's here to stay. Yeah. Like you said. Yeah.
So that's awesome. Well, so the second lead into question is that with that knowledge and experience, right? What would you tell people who may be inspired to open a card shop? Tell them the brutal truth. Yeah. Right. And also tell them pros and cons, please.
Okay. So if you like playing card games and you like collecting and you like, opening packs and that, don't open a card shop because like, we talk about this on side note, but like, I'm numb to cards now. Like you open this what's in the Charizard or the gold card from Pokemon? Oh, cool. I see money. I don't see the pool, the chase, whatever. And also, I'm not a gambler, so it doesn't really matter to me. But like, you just lose the fun in it, the spark, the joy.
Desensitized.
Yeah, kind of. Because then now, like, I gotta sell that to make my money back, right? So like, you kind of desensitize. You lose the joy of it. And then if you're a player, you don't get to play anymore. Like I said earlier in the segment, I don't get to play card games anymore. All I do is work and make sure that the players are having a good time. So like, if I never opened the card shop, I would be able to play, right? Because every time I'm working, I'm actually playing. So yeah, that's the harsh truth, that if you're looking to make to open a shop to get more distributors, to get more product, like you're not going to be open that product. You're trying to make money back to do that.
And even now, right, distributors, it's even if you have a shop, right?
Yeah, you're not
get the location. You're not gonna get. You don't have the relationship built, right? That's the honest truth, right? We're not discouraging it. But that's just the absolute truth.
Yeah. So we'll talk about distributors later. That's a separate segment, but like it's just not worth it if you love doing, like, just having a good time casually doing it. The pros is that there's a lot of money to be made. There's a lot of money to be made. But besides that, jokes aside, is like the community. I love the community. It's just watching, it's cliche, like kids come in and like open packs, like, oh my God, it's like, I feel the joy when they open the pack now. Like I feel like, oh, you open, oh shit, it's nice. So like, that's for the joy, and then being able to provide people with product, like, oh, I couldn't find this card anywhere, but you guys had it, like, thank you. Like, and then having parents come in thanking us for helping their kids out, and having players come thank us, because like we have a place for them to play. We always have we have a team now of One Piece players, and then we send them out to go to events because they cannot financially afford that to go travel. So that all comes from like, catering to the community, because I would never have done that, because you don't make that much money off of sending people to go play, but like I want them to have experience, because I never got to do, right? And like there's like 18, 19-year-olds that just came out of high school, college, whatever, and they just want to go play. So
just like you're living off your
exactly,
dream to them, just like how I do with my daughter, right?
Exactly.
Like, go live your dream. Tell me about it. Tell me what I could have done.
Exactly. So so that's the pros. Like it's all internal pros. It's nothing too crazy for money wise. But
I think I definitely today right before we filmed this, Nerd Story did a PSA event collaboration in partnership, and we hosted a kind of like a mini TCG Pokemon
pop-up market.
Kind of like a show and tell with PSA to kind of show all the kids in the hospital what it's like to collect, what is it like to kind of preserve a card, the quality, the condition, and all of that. And of course, thank you for sponsoring us. No, you guys came to major because you guys gave us like Phantasmal Flame ETBs. When I was like, man, I gotta give this kid a kiss. You know,
hope you're pulling the kid.
Yeah, I was like, I'll trade you.
Evolutions.
I was like, let me trade you 80%.
No. You like money, kid?
No, right? You got like prismatic pack. I'm like, man, I was like, what is one of these
Brilliant
kids
stars,
like a god pack
Brilliant
coming in?
stars,
You know?
Yeah.
It was like really crazy. So I really appreciate that. And then when we gave her the price, right? They had so much joy, right? Especially in this market where you literally cannot find product, right?
Yeah.
So they were able to get some products, so it was very, very cool. And then when they opened it, they had just pure joy, and it was so funny because I wanted a girl, right? We wanted them to experience like all the TCGs. So in one of the gift bags, I put in like a god pack in there.
Did you?
Yeah. So it wasn't nothing like crazy because we want to make sure like everybody gets kind of equality, right? I don't want to go crazy on one kid. So I put like all EX, like all shiny cards in there essentially.
Okay, yeah.
And then we wrapped it up, and then she pulled it, and I told her, I was like, oh, did you know this is like the special one? And she's like, what? And she looked at it, she's like, oh my God, it's all shiny.
Hollow, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, this is the coolest thing. I'm like, yeah, there you go.
There you go.
I even gave her full art at the end, man.
Oh,
like, come
my
on,
God.
man. So her eyes like lit up, so that was like super awesome. But
Yeah.
Sorry for the detour, but that was cool. And again, thank you so much for sponsoring us. So yeah, you definitely, I can see that you guys do it for
because then I actually told Kristen, like, you don't have to put her name anywhere. Like, I don't care for the clout or anything like that. Like, I know she's doing it out of her good heart because first time I met her, it's like, oh, I do it for the kids. I'm like, oh my God. well, pure one over here, man. How did Alan get this one? How did Alan get this one?
Yeah.
So I always try to help her out, and it's just
no.
It was easy.
The real question is, how does Nurse Joy get this one, man? This one is this is the heart and soul of the family. All right? I'm the slave, guys.
So like it's good people helping good people. It's easy to say yes.
Yeah. So it's super awesome. We would love to keep partnering you guys.
And the thing is that she didn't even ask. I offered, and it was also easy to me offer too. So I was like,
Yeah, so it was awesome. But yeah, I think like as we go to like different cities and different studios and stuff like that, we would definitely love to keep you guys, in the sponsor if you guys can. But yeah, it would be pretty awesome. But yeah, let's talk about the next thing, right, which is distribution. Right? We kind of talked about it a little bit. Distribution is definitely a tricky thing to navigate. So let's assume somebody say, I'm gonna ignore your advice and I'm dead set on proving myself. I'm gonna open this shop. You're gonna be wrong, Dennis. What can you tell them about distribution and how can you help them out? Yeah,
please prove me wrong. I'm all for entrepreneurship. If you guys, that's what your heart leads you. I'm always about passion. If that's what you're passionate about, go do it. I'm not gonna say you can't do it. But distribution. I'm sure there's many videos out there like Pokeani and Alpha Investments. All these videos talk about distribution. I'll just make it clear. When you go on the website, that box you put any number you want on there. You can put 1 million booster boxes. You can put one booster box. You can put anything number you want there. You click send, submit, place order. Doesn't mean you got anything. It means you got zero, or it doesn't mean anything. You can order whatever amount you want, but it depends on how much you spend with the company that they'll give you that a percentage of the allocation, right? So if you're 1% of their total spend of all companies that bought from you, then they'll give you, let's say the $100 came out, they'll give you $1 because 1% mathematically that's what makes sense, right? So there's stores that are buying non-TCG playoff stuff. So they buy board games, they buy miniatures, buy dices, they buy toys, whatever, right? Those guys have a spend history with the distributors. So they're going to get Pokemon before you are because you don't have any history with them. So like just because you open a distributor, you pass the first hurdle, but now you got to start buying stuff that isn't hot for them to get you a hot product. So that's the main thing, right? Game distributor, right now it's like almost impossible because everyone's closed. Everyone's closing shop. I was able to get the distributor for this shop because I had my other shop, and I said, hey, can you do me an honor, be my rep for my new shop? And they're like, yeah, we will. Because they know I've been with them for 10 years. I was there for the lows. I was there for the highs. I was buying Fusion Strike when it was 95, and they're still for 90, and TCG Player. And they told me, hey, Dennis, this doesn't make sense, but please buy from us. We'll take care of you later on. So
Later on came.
Exactly. Later on came, and that's why we get those long lines inside in the beginning of the video, because we get bigger allocation than most stores, because we've been around the block for a while.
Yeah.
We're able to get a lot more than everyone else. I won't say it's like amazing amount like Poke&E,
Sure.
but it's enough to provide for my community, which is what I'm comfortable with, right?
Yeah,
so,
and it's amazing. Like, you guys just kind of give it right back to the community.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And again, like, I run my, I have a local Discord,
Yeah.
and I remember when you guys had the, I think it was Destin Rival launch, and you guys were like, oh, first, I forgot how many, 100 people, right?
Yeah, it was whatever until we ran out. Yeah. It was enough for 100. Yeah, it was enough for 100.
And I think you were selling, if not MSRP, it was like pretty low. It was very, very low.
It was like in between MSRP and market, because we still gotta make sense, right?
Yeah.
It was not a market, and it was like maybe $20, $30 over MSRP.
Yeah. It was very, very cool. And and I didn't even I wasn't even checking like social media that day, but I remember people in my Discord, which is mainly from like Orange County, and they were telling me like, oh, Project CCG, because they didn't know I know you, right? So they're like, oh, Project CCG is doing this thing. Is anybody gonna line up? I'm like, what? Wait, what are they doing? So I check. I'm like, oh my god, Dennis giving out money away, man. I was like, let me hit him up.
I think I gave you box, right?
No, I never did.
Oh, never did?
Not that's in rival. Because
Okay.
I was like, okay, look. He's doing the thing for community. Well, I would never, get into that. I want them to like have the recognition. So I was like, man, and it was like so far from me, right? So I'm so glad this store got open, by the way. So that's why I was like, hey, man, I think I hit you. I'm like, man, you guys are doing that. That's so cool, man. I was like, yo, good luck, man. Let me know whatever you need. And I remember seeing the next day, like all the social media
videos,
like, around the block. And I think ever since then, you guys have like lines.
Because they know. Also, like, we're helping people in the line too, so we're giving free packs in the line. So I think for what was the last set? Not Fantastic Mega. We were giving out 3 packs of Black Bolt. People in line, everyone in line that couldn't get a booster box, we gave 3 packs out. And I told I was looking at the video, my CFO, I was like, what are you doing, man? Obviously, I didn't say it, but I thought in my head, like, that's a lot of $30 to give you a person. But like,
you know what you need to do, right? I'm going to be the devil on your shoulder. Start giving away the battle style packs. That's how you get rid of the last case, guys.
So like, obviously, he was doing it for a purpose, because he knew the back end, we made so much money. Like, let's give back a lot of people in line. They couldn't get a booster box, so let's give them some back from the line. It's fine. And it was so crazy. I'm a side segue from the distributor question, but like, one of the customers in line, she was a nurse, so she had to go back to shift. So we gave a pack to her, and she messaged us, hey guys, I just got the pack and left. Can I pay for the pack, because I feel bad because I just left after getting the free pack? And we're like, no, just keep the pack, it's fine. She's like, no, I feel bad, like I want to pay for it, I feel dirty for just taking it. It's like, no, it's because we ran out of booster box. We kind of explained to her, like, no, it's fine, you'll come back and you'll buy more from us, don't worry about it. And then that's just how our community was built, like, because we have a relationship with her, that we take care of her, she takes care of us. So for her to even DM us to pay for something that was free, that's crazy, that's unheard of. So I was like, wow, that's
normally
like,
people are just like, oh,
thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Let me get another one, right?
Yeah. Like, only one? Like, you know, like, so for her to say that, it was kind of crazy. So that's a community that we want to,
foster.
Foster. So that's pretty cool. But yeah.
That's awesome. But yeah, okay. So get back to the distribution part, right? Like, let's imagine if I want to open a store today and I have a physical location. And I'm like, great, I qualify, right? Just like you said, right? I'm going to go hit all these boxes. I'm going to say 100, whatever. I know I'm not going to get distribution. So if I'm coming to you and be like, Dennis, help me out. Like, if I'm just starting out today, right? And I don't have that track record, what is the best way for me to start building that relationship, start gaining traction, and ultimately what's the fastest way I can get some distribution?
Okay, so distributor. Okay, so you're not like hearing this, but the fastest way to get distribution is running tournaments.
There you go.
Because tournament players buy sleeves. And sleeves is what moves when Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't move.
Nice.
So sleeves is probably the fastest way you can get distribution, buying random accessories, binders and whatever. That's why you see sometimes people sell like, oh, buy a box, get a free binder. He's like, oh, I get the box for over MSRP, but I had a free binder, so it's kind of equal, right? But to them, they're just moving a binder that they were going to buy anyway, so get higher distribution. So when you have a tournament store, like run tournaments, you're guaranteed a certain amount per set for certain things, right? So like pre-release, you're guaranteed 3 pre-release kits per event, which is like what is that? like $500, $600, but that's a step forward, right?
Sure.
So maybe next set you'll get 4, next set you get 5, and then it builds up, and then with that, your players, they come by sleeves, they come by dices, they come by water doesn't count because water's not a distributor. Sam's Club will be happy with you.
That would be the day if you need
Costco will be happy
distribution.
with the water.
You need distribution for water.
Yeah, but like you buy Lorcana, which you'll never sell because Lorcana is kind of not doing well as a over counter
TCG,
item, but it's doing well as players.
Interesting.
What else probably will happen? Look at my wall right now. Yu-Gi-Oh, like it doesn't do well over the counter, but it does well for singles and doing tournaments, and every little thing counts towards your overall spend with that one distributor. So you have to diversify. A lot of these guys on your shows or your card shows, they're all Pokemon, right? They're all trying to get the new hot thing.
One Piece now.
Yeah, One Piece. Yeah, same thing. One Piece, right? So they're not diversifying, and they're not being able to put money a little bit here to build your Pokemon over here.
Yeah.
Right. So it's you have to do everything essentially.
Interesting.
And the only way you can do everything is running tournaments.
I didn't even know that because obviously I'm not a store owner.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I always thought like sleeves and stuff was kind of like, it takes a back seat, right? To where you want to prioritize your spending, right? But running a shop is definitely completely different ecosystem, if you will, right? In terms of vending versus being a store owner. So it makes sense. I just didn't know people grind to the sleeve that fast.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Not grinding, but it's like I'm saying like every little thing helps.
Sure.
Right? Like so like. Sleeves aren't cheap. Like a case of sleeves is it's $100.
Yeah,
it's not cheap. So so a case of sleeves is almost equal to like a booster box or
top
ETB.
loaders.
Top loaders. Like it adds up. So we like a box of sleeves is 10 sleeves. That's $100. That's 10 players, right? Locals has 20 players. I sold 2 boxes $200. So $200 every few days. That's pretty good. And it adds up after months and months and months. So you grind and grind and grind.
It'll keep your shop surviving.
Yeah,
floating,
and it looks nice too. They
Yeah.
have colors that people don't like. A lot of shops don't have many colors. So we just went to a distributor, went to a Dragon Shield, and just went 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and every color because we want to be able to provide you every option possible.
Right.
But if your shop has space, right? So if you don't have space, then obviously you can't do it. But
Diversify your portfolio there.
Yep.
Okay, makes sense, man. Yeah. So now that we talked through distribution, I hope you guys learned, something cool here. The next thing I kind of want to talk about is, security, right? Nightmare, everyone's nightmare.
Oh my God.
Especially at this point of the hobby, right?
Yeah.
With everything basically becoming an asset, right? Pokemon is an asset class. I'm sure all these other TCG now booming. One Piece, Riftbound. Man, we wouldn't even, like, the word Riftbound wouldn't come out of my mouth, like, a week ago, right?
Yeah.
So that just tells you how fast everything moves. So, like, walk me through what's your initial thoughts about, all these events that are happening, like all these break-in, all the stores, you've seen, you guys got it broken in, recently.
Early this year,
Yeah, just walk me through.
Yeah, so when we first opened Montebello shop, I'm gonna run back a little bit. First opened a Montebello shop, we didn't think about security too much because like, who would break into us? Like, what are we selling? Because it's 2017, right? No one, whatever. And coming out of like my Johnny's garage, like we didn't think about too much about security, whatever. 2018, I remember vividly. It was Mother's Day, and I got a call from the police, or security, I forgot what it was. Like, your door got broken into. We're like, what the hell? And then we checked the cameras, and the guy, like, he was like, he doesn't know what he's getting. He looked at the cash register, nothing there, and like he just took like one box. And then he left. And I was like,
this is anticlimactic.
Yeah. So that was like, damn. Like now I thought, like, oh shit, like theft is real, right? And the way he broke in was like he cracked the glass, and then he put his back and like broke the glass and came in.
He just jumped. He just jumped through the glass.
Yeah. So he broke like the Kool-Aid
like
guy. Like Kool-Aid. He's like, hello.
Like WWE style, just like, oh.
Yeah. So I was like, what the hell? Because I was like, what the hell did I see? And then it was like Mother's Day, and I was like, I didn't want to tell my mom like, we got broken into because I don't want to give her stress. Sure. So like I drove over like, hey mom, I have to go get you a cake or something, So I went to go check the shop, and then Jonathan met me there, and then we just like, what did they take? And police came, and we took care of it. And I remember still his mom also came with him. His mom was sweeping. I'm like, what are you doing? It's evidence. He's taking away the evidence, Mom. She's like, it's dirty. I'm like,
She's like, I gotta do my job.
To be motherly, right?
My job.
Yeah, exactly. So we fast forward, like, okay, so now we got people for security. So we got a scissor gate.
Yeah.
So then from then on, we didn't get broken into in Montebello.
Yeah.
And then we moved to Alhambra, and then the recent video happened where they kind of broke through the side of the door and then stole our stuff. And then that's when reality hit me, because at the point already I was seeing a lot of stores getting hit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, never me, because like we had so much security. We had like a cabinet in front of our door, so like you broke through, like you see a cabinet, like you can't break through a cabinet, but they broke that cabinet and got through. So it's kind of crazy how the effort they went, and even the alarm went off and they were still like stealing. That was kind of crazy. So that's when I had like the realization, oh, it's here, and it's like they don't care. Yeah. They're just getting everything and whatever they can get. Pokemon.
It's like jewelry.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
It's like jewelry.
It, right?
Yeah, but the jewelry stores have like gunmen outside of the shop, right? So we can't hire a security guard like that. So and that's when I was like, oh, this is for real. Like this is serious now. And then I saw people at card shows now getting hit. Like the guy, I forgot his name, but he was packing his car. Jameson, I think. Yeah. He was packing his car and he got jumped. Out his car. Like luckily, like when we got broken into, no one was ever hurt. Right. And like all we do is like pick up like the cards and whatever, right? Sure. So like luckily, like none of my staff got hurt. But for him get jumped and get hurt, like I was like, whoa, man, that sucks. Yeah. So
we're in a whole different level.
You're a whole different
reality
level. Yeah.
Now,
right? Now we're hurting people for it. That's kind of crazy, right? So from there, I was like, man, like we got to be more careful. So like we don't try to. We're already not doing this, but we don't try to flex on people. Like, oh, look at my ponchos or whatever. I mean, whatever, for no reason. Like, if you're posting ponchos to sell it, that's cool. But you're posting ponchos just to flex. Like, I think that's like you're just exposing yourself for no reason.
Agree.
Right.
Agree.
And then
100%.
Yeah, like what you do. I really like what you do. Like, you always carry your Zion case with you everywhere you go.
Don't tell people now.
Yeah. So like he doesn't leave in his car. Like you don't leave anything in your car.
No, I don't.
Because like it's more safe on you because you know what's happening to you and you can like sleep at night like you're having it on you, and if anything goes wrong, it's because of you, right? Yeah. So like you're in the toilet, the Zion case. You're at the show, the Zion case.
It's all dirty.
Yeah. So you have it everywhere. So I like it's at that point where you have to do all these precautionary measures just to make sure you're safe. Yeah. So it sucks, but that's the cost of money, right? On the other side, it's like, oh, they're doing that because there's money in it, and that's why you're benefiting from all the riches because of this other side, the dark side of it, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So the best you can do is like security up. Now with AI too, make sure like your phone calls are actually your phone calls. That was kind of scary story too. The phone call thing.
That's why I don't pick up phones, man. Sorry guys, I'm sorry. Just you know what? Good luck. You ain't getting me.
Like phone calls and then like house getting broken into. So just make sure you don't share people's addresses. Nope. If you're getting free gifts, make sure you have a PO box. Just do everything you can do. Just take care of yourself and be careful out there.
Yeah. Like two things, right? Like recently, I actually started implementing a rules because I randomly would get people hit me up just like, do you buy? Like literally, like super rude, right? Like just like in I3. No, I don't even know you.
Oh, like that? Just asking, do you buy? Like
like literally the first thing they'll hit me up like, do you buy? I'm like, who are you?
Not
right?
hi, no hi.
No, like nose high, and that's why I'm already like my guards is already up, right?
Yeah.
And so, but with that said, like I implement 2 rules, and I suggest everybody to really start seriously thinking about that, regardless if you're like trying to be a shop owner about security, but just be careful in general out there, right? My 2 rules is for me to purchase anything with somebody I don't know or online, I have to do a video call with you.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're like a real person with real product, let's do a video call. Yeah. Show me the product live. Like show me your face, show me the product, walk me through it. What are you selling, right? Because a lot of people, I've actually had scammers, actually send me videos of like them showing off like Fusion Strike booster box. They're like fresh case. I'm like, that ain't yours. I already know. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not big enough to be on your #1 hit list of fire here, right? Like, why did you open a fresh case just for me, right? Come on now.
I'm not dumb.
True. I'm not dumb. Yeah. So my first rule, video call, introduce yourself, get to know each other, show me your product, and even then it's sketch, right? So my second rule is, you know what? I have my brand, I have my face, I have reference, right? So I would actually, if I buy, I tell the people straight up, we're like, look, you send your product.
Yes.
When it gets here, I'll pay you.
Right?
I have all the things to lose. I have my reputation. I have my brand. You ain't gonna worry about getting money if this is a legit transaction. And we can do family and friends if you want, whatever. But I'm getting the product first. And if not, guess what? I don't need it.
I don't need it. Yep.
I don't need it. Right? Go sell it to somebody. Go scam somebody else. Right? so that's like two ways I found to find a way to protect myself from, you know, because sometimes when you think about trying to make some deals and stuff like that, you obviously like, you know, the greed element kicks in. You're like, oh, I can make a good deal out of here, right? But that's how, you know, you guys gonna get caught sometimes. So just be extra careful out there.
Yeah. So the same thing with like you said, like we used to do PSA middleman, right?
Yeah.
And the question was, guys, like, what makes you guys like? What makes you think like, why are you not gonna steal from me? And I'm like, why would I steal from you? Like, I don't care for your little Charizard that's $100, right? I have this whole shop behind me, and you can find where I'm at. So even for shops, it's even easier than you, right? Because you're just an Instagram person that's doesn't have a general location. Like, you can come and break my windows if I don't give back your car, you know? Like, like why would I steal from you? It doesn't make any sense. So like, you always send back to me first, and then I'll pay you. So same thing with you. Even but that relationship happens because you have a good reputation already, right?
Exactly.
So same thing with like Aki and Taki. Sometimes like, hey man, my wires is down. Can you send first? And they're like, yeah, go. I'll send it first and pay later. Exactly. And that's something you build off the relationship. Like that's not you really build on day one because they're not gonna ship me from Japan. They can't find me. So like after the transition, they let me do that. So we have trust in that. So like trust is everything for me. The day you burn me, you're done. I'm not. No second chances.
Yeah, exactly. And this hobby is unforgiving. So you know, do good transaction and don't scam people and build good relationship. I think then everything will kind of play itself out.
Yeah, and then also like we do recommendations, right? I'm like, I think you sent someone to my shop. Like I don't do magic, but you can go Dennis the shop. And I'm like, I don't do like Japanese pawn shop. But you can go Allen. So like we.
Well, I still don't do Japanese poncho. I wish I do. I wish, guys.
You have that one poncho, remember?
No, that's in the vault. Sorry, man. I don't even see it.
So like we reference each other. Like Mr. Moss referencing you. And
that's right.
And so that's all relationship, right? Because I don't do this, but my guy over here does it. So
exactly. So I think the other thing I was gonna say, I think drawing back a little, so again, this is because I recorded this twice already. I remember I asked you, what was your parents' initial reaction?
That's a good story.
When you opened the store, so I want you to walk through because I thought that was a really cool story. It was hilarious.
So I'm very like I don't go for clout. Like I'm very low key, and you guys can tell like how. I present myself, but I don't tell people things are done until it's actually done, right? So I don't say, hey, Dad, I'm opening a shop. Like, I'll be done next month or whatever, right? So I kind of like keep them in the dark. And then, so when Montebello opened 2017, I asked my dad, hey, let's go get lunch somewhere. And it's very unorthodox for me and my dad just go get lunch somewhere. So he's kind of already a little sus. So then he's like, okay. And then we pulled up to this, like on the curb.
It's like, who's pregnant?
That's right. So,
hold up.
Hold on. So we go to CVS right now for, anyways. So we'll pull up to like this curb and he's like, there's no restaurants here. What the hell are we eating? And then I stuck my key into the door, turned it, and then I went inside. And at the time, there's nothing in there because we just barely bought the shop. And he's like, what is this? I'm like, oh, Dad, I opened a card shop. Like, after all the hard work of, like, we did this for 2 years. Kind of explained to him. He's like, oh, my God, like, congrats. He starts taking pictures of, like, the shop. And, like, he's, like, sharing with all his friends. Like, oh, look, my son did, And then I'm like, Dad, you're here because I need some TVs up here. He screws some TVs up here.
I guess to get to work.
Get to work, Because my dad's, like, he's a HVAC guy. So he's really good. He's handyman. So he put all the cameras up and he put our TV up. And I love my dad.
Nice. I'm gonna have to call you dad. Right?
Yeah, my dad like he does. He's great. So anytime I have a problem with anything, I call him up still today. Nice. Like I have a problem with lights, he comes up and help me. And he always he always calls me dumb too. It's like, oh, you don't know how to do this. Get out of the way. So it's still like the father son like a dynamic. But he's great. So then that was my dad. He was really really proud. And growing up, there's not many things that I did that it's really hard to make like an Asian parent proud. I'm not sure if you guys have Asian parents, but like it was really hard to make him proud. So like when he was really proud of me, I'm like, oh dang, like
I made it.
I made it. Yeah, I got it.
That was the first one. That was the first one, right? I made it.
It was graduating.
We're gonna be okay.
Graduating school, graduating university first. That was the first one. He was like, oh, congrats, like I'm proud of you. And I got my first job, my second one, and then this one was like a pretty big one. So I was like super happy. Cool, right? And I'm like, oh, don't tell mom because we'll show mom when it's done. So I told him, don't tell mom. My dad's really bad. Secrets to my mom. Yeah, not lying, but like not telling everything.
Keeping it.
Yeah, because then that's what they have. All they have is each other, right? So it was really hard for him to not tell mom. He's like, "Are you done yet? I need to tell mom. I can't hold it in. I can't." So then I was like, "Almost done, Dad." And then I think the week before grand opening, I had my brother and my sister-in-law and his kids and the whole family pretty much came to the shop, and I did the same thing. Opened the door. and then push it in, and now it's all built out. Like everything's
Yeah.
there, and then I'll like,
This is
and then
even
my mom,
better.
Yeah, my mom, it's even better, right? My mom's like, what is this? I'm like, oh, I opened a car shop, Mom, and she's like, oh my God. I'm like, why? What happened? She's like, what have you done? I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, you don't understand. Yeah, and I was like, huh? And she's like, because I had at the time I had a cush job, not a cush job, like a career job. I was an engineer, and she's like, you just ruined your life.
Oh,
and I was like, why?
man.
Because she was an entrepreneur, and she told me all the hard times like she had, and then it took a lot out of her. Like at the time she was retired. At the time, it was like a lot of her health was thrown away because of the business entrepreneurship, and she was doing it by herself, and she couldn't go to a restroom, and she couldn't close shop. She worked 7 days a week, work holidays, and she's like, you don't understand like how hard it is to run a business.
Right.
Like you think it's all fun and games kind of thing.
Right.
She,
You just see the glory.
yeah,
right?
you thought she was kind of treat me like a child. Like like you don't understand. And then that's when it hit me. I'm like, damn. Like, what did I do?
You're like, oh no, I didn't make it.
Yeah,
that roller coaster.
That's why I thought like, oh damn, like my mom might be right. Like, why did I do this? Like, but at the time I was like, oh, I'll do it for the community, you know, whatever. But like, I didn't. She was right, actually. Mom, you're right. Why'd I do this, Mom?
All these years.
Why'd you stop me? But she was.
I hope she's seen the store too.
Yeah, legit. She was right though. Like, it was a lot of work, a lot of hours, a lot of like I missed a lot of things. I could have just been hanging out with my now wife or hanging out with family, missed a lot of events, and having a lot of stress. Like we talked about robbery earlier. Like sometimes I can't sleep at night because I get like nightmares of like, oh my shop's getting robbed. I gotta check my phone for ADT. Like, or I got a phone call like at middle of the night, like, oh, it's ADT. Like I get like it's sometimes it's hard to sleep at night because like it's trauma, PTSD, you know, and it's real. And my mom, like, she was right. Like, was that all worth it? You know, like for a job, more money. Like she said, you could just chilled and not have to do all that and have a good life. Because I, went to college, my 4-year degree and stuff like that. But like I said, it was all for the community. And in the end of the day, I am passionate about this, and this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to do for, like, even though I don't get paid, right? If you were willing to do it for $0, which I did because I was the owner, that means you love it. And I was passionate about it. And I kind of had to tell my mom that, like, hey, Mom, I really like it. And she's like, oh, you don't understand. And then till this day, I mean, she keeps asking me, hey, pay taxes yet? Make sure you pay Uncle Sam because he's going to get you.
Or when you going to cash out? When you going to sell the store?
Exactly. When you sell, when you cash out, when you're going to, is business okay? She keeps asking me about business. Is business okay? I'm like, business is okay, Mom. So it wasn't until I moved to Alhambra when she saw the grand opening where, like, it was a ton of people and it was, like, super humid because so many people.
She didn't know it was a free event.
Yeah, no, that was normal. That was a little normal. But so it wasn't until then she was like, oh, okay, I get it. It's real. It's real money. And then she asked me how much I got paid at the store. I'm like, I don't get paid anything, Mom. So what are you doing then? But yeah, so that's when she kind of toned it down a little bit. That like, hey, I'm okay with my son doing this now. And now she even tells her friends, and that's when I know I made it. Like, oh, she's telling her friends about me? Oh my God. So like, oh, you need some stuff? Like, go ask Dennis. I'm like, Mom, I can't even give out free stuff from
Pokemon's hot now.
Mom's like, give me my free stuff from my cousins and stuff, but her friends. So yeah, that's when my mom kind of she accepted.
You know, you made it when she said my son is a store owner instead of like the engineer.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Oh, okay. Totem pole.
Yeah,
I went up. I went up.
Yep. So I actually don't know about this yet, so I'm gonna do the same thing again with this one. So then I will see my mom's face. Maybe I'll record this time. Hey, Mom, what do you think, Mom?
You gotta let me know so I can like coincide your release. I don't surprise her. You know what I mean?
So my dad's always been great, but my mom's been a little like overbearing, or no? Was the word?
Yeah.
Or
I mean, she's so protective.
Overprotective. Yeah. So that's how she's always been my whole life, overprotective. And obviously, I'm a son, I'm a boy, and I broke my arm, broke my leg, and I hurt myself a lot of ways that are stupid boy things. And it makes sense why she's so overprotective. But you just gotta. I always tell my mom, like, Mom, you have to trust that you raised me correctly. So then she's like, awesome. Oh damn. This guy got me. That's how I get my mom. Like, you raised me more correctly, Mom. You're good. like, damn it. You got me. Yeah. So that's the story. Like, that we told the first time.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, let's switch up topic. This is something we didn't talk about last time, right? Like, I think now that the news is probably more set. You gonna start your parenting hood as well.
Yes.
So congratulations.
Thank you. Yes.
Walk me through your thoughts, man. How are you planning to juggle all of these?
So I actually had my baby shower 2 days ago, and it was actually also my birthday 2 days ago.
Nice.
So double party thing. It was pretty cool. And my wife said, yo, you better get your things together right here because you're not coming back here in OC because make sure everything's good before you give birth to that. We're due in about 2 months from now, and it's a lot of juggle, like you said. But like I said earlier, I'm truly blessed that I have people around me that like care for me and care for the company. Like Adam, like you met Adam earlier.
Yeah.
He's gonna be managing the store all by himself. I'll be here to help him admin stuff, but like in terms of events and like buying, selling, ordering, everything that it's all him.
Right.
We trained him in LA knowing that OC is going to happen eventually, and he didn't know that, right? So I kind of like put the seed in them to like hope the tree grows. And I saw him grow and saw him, he can do this. And then I sat him down. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna sign this lease tomorrow. Are you ready? I look him straight in the eye, like, how am I looking at you? Are you ready? He's like, yeah, I've been working with a lot of people. I've always been second-hand man. I'm ready, Dennis. And I saw his eye.
That's awesome.
It's on the eye. That was it.
Nice.
Next day, sign the lease. We're good.
That's
and then,
awesome.
so I'm just so blessed that I have people around me. Johnny going to help me carry. Jonathan actually told me, hey, Dennis, he actually said this, hey, I only open the store in OC. I'm like, why? Because you're my dad. And who says that, right? Because to him, that's money that we're losing out on OC. Who says that? Only a true friend would say that, right? And then Johnny's like, hey, I can work all 7 days. I'll cover your shifts if you need. Like, who says that?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I have just people around me that, care for me, care for my wife, care for my kid. It's just truly blessed. That's all I can say. Truly blessed.
Right. And I think like just hearing all of that backstories and then hearing this store opening and Adam taking over. I mean, again, it's just like a testament to, again, I know you don't need it, but just telling you guys you made it, right? Like, not only were the three of you successful going out of the garage into a store and then into another bigger store and now into a third store, but you also built a reputable staff that are now also in leadership positions.
Exactly, yeah.
Right? So that's saying a lot.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that we do that are really weird that other people don't know, that maybe if you see it, like, I don't want to share too much, but like Sam, Perfect Rares, he's another owner of a really good friend of ours. A lot of people know that we actually help him open up his store. And like, why would I ever do that, right? Help another store open up? But like, it's because we know he's a good person and he's going to do really well. And he opened a store in OC. He's doing probably one of the best stores in OC, in my opinion. Very beautiful, very good staff, very friendly. And we help him open that store. And then,
awesome.
But Sam comes to our store, we chop it up, and he's like, dude, I'm so stressed out. Like, how do you do it? And I'm like, oh, it's because I have three. There's three of us. The three of you. There's only one Sam. There's three of us. Yeah. So that makes it different from him and us, right? So then, because there's three of us, it's a little less burden for each of us.
Right.
And then when we see that someone needs a raise or whatever, we give raises before they ask for it, and like we take a pay cut to give them that raise. So that's not a lot of people will do that.
Awesome.
So, and like you said earlier, during 2022, during down years, we took a pay cut to make sure they were getting paid, and we take care of our staff.
Sure.
And at the same time, they take care of us. So it's full circle, right? You take care of people, they take care of you. So it's just how things work over here at Project CCG.
Awesome, man. Yeah. No, that's awesome. Cool. Well, enough for the store. Dennis, what do you collect? Are you still collecting? Are you playing? Do you have time?
Yeah.
Are you just collecting diapers now?
Yeah, collecting diapers. So I was actually never a collector. I'm a phony. Got you.
Got him.
Oh God, he's a phony. Actually, I don't collect. So when I play card games, I actually buy the lowest rarity of the card because I'm scared of getting jacked. Yeah. So if you jack my cards, that was $20. Whatever, it's fine. Yep. So I don't collect that much. I'm mainly a player, so I play usually the best decks in the format or whatever. But I don't really collect. For like Pokemon, very very niche things. I collect like cards that are gold or something like gold glimmering. Like so little small things that I find cool, like Snap Pikachu's. I collect that. That's a cool looking card. So I don't really collect that much. But like the other owner, they collect. The other two owners, they collect a lot. So I'm a little phony.
No. But that again is your identity for Project CCG, right?
Yeah.
You guys were born out of the necessity to play the game and to have the community, be surrounded to play the game. Yeah. And again, it makes sense to me. Not everybody's a collector, right? Some people collect EX and that's what they want.
Yeah, exactly.
It gets them that, EX ability.
Yeah.
Totally fine,
Yeah. So it wasn't true. Even like the other two guys, they didn't really collect until like COVID. like Jonathan, if you want to showcase
Yeah.
cards, Jonathan, in the first take of this, Jonathan has almost 2 sets of PSA 9 Gold Stars, English PSA 9. So that he put it here.
Yeah, I fumbled so hard, guys.
It's a Gold Star Rayquaza PSA 9. He had that. So he collected that during COVID, and then he collected Dragon Frontiers, and then the crystals, all that stuff. He collected the whole set for that. And then the second showcase item would be Johnny. He has when we had during COVID, five base set booster boxes came in to our shop, and we all kept one for ourselves. We gave one to our employees. We opened one to sell in the store, make sure it's real, and it was real, obviously. So then, so we all have our own base set booster box because we're partners. We split in 3, and so he has. I was showcasing that earlier, and then for my card, my item that I was showcased last time was it was a PSA 8, I think, Chaos Emperor Dragon. It was a prize card from a Yu-Gi-Oh event. So like I said, I'm a player. I won that card, and it was kind of like my trophy that after all my hard work of all these years of like playing Yu-Gi-Oh, that's something to show for it. Because I never like really topped any events and won any prize card besides this card. So that was kind of like my kind of last thing, because 2019, I won that 2019, and after that was COVID. So then after that, I didn't get to play anymore. So that's kind of like my prize possession. At the time, I didn't know PSA was like, I just graded it. It should be a 10 because it's new. I got PSA 8. I was like, what the hell? Like, what's wrong with the card?
It's a top grade 8?
Yeah,
What
what the hell? Yeah, because it was like, it was straight from Konami. Like, how could this happen? And then soon I found out, like, oh, just because it's new does not mean is it 9 or 10, you know? So, those are 3 items I showcased last time. But
what was the last time you played at Pomona?
Last time you played?
Oh,
that was Edison format. So that last time I played was when I met you for the first time.
Yeah.
So that day it was my wife and Nikki boothing the event, and then you and your wife next to us, and I was playing that event, and then that's just Saturday events, and then Sunday I've ended, and then that's why I kind of talked more to Kristen, because she was to the left of you, so right of me, and then she would ask me for change all the time because you're so busy. Hey Dennis, can you break this 20 for me? Like, yeah. I go, I'm not making sales here.
No, we were going blind. Like, we didn't know that this hobby was like running on cash, you know? We're like, no cash.
Yeah, because she kept asking me for change like every like hour or two, or I'm like, oh yeah, here's $20 more. So so that's how we kind of got close. But so last time I played, I think that was the last event, the Edison.
So you guys don't open a car shop.
Yeah, don't open a car shop.
Play.
Yeah, and Edison is it's a stuck format, so I don't have to learn the new game. It's just it's like playing old format. So that's the only time I have for it, because I played that format back then, so I can play it now.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful that they brought retro to modern times, but. Yeah, I don't even get to play that anymore because, kids on the way and all that stuff. So any time I have left is like I spend time with my wife.
Nice,
yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, man. Yeah, so that's like really, really cool. I didn't know the last time you played was when I met you.
Almost a year now.
I figured as much based on what you said, but I was like, it was fun to also confirm. But for my next question, I was gonna ask you. Pokemon obviously has been the hottest topic for the last year, right? But it seems like finally we're now turning the pages a little bit. And of course, like One Piece is like the hot thing. So for me, get ready for this question. I'm gonna need some help. So I need to change colors real quick. So
that's cool.
Guys, so my new Instagram name is gonna be One Piece Hero TCG.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. I decided to change it. I've always collected One Piece, guys. All right. Pokemon with just a face, okay?
It's true.
It's
more true now than it was 2 weeks ago.
Hey, look, listen, man. I can always tell people I got a closet freak, One Piece binder until now. Not as popular, all jokes aside, as you guys can see, my beautiful One Piece T-shirt. That's how I represent.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, Pokemon for the longest time has been like kind of the king, and I'm sure there will be a time it'll just keep going back, right? But right now, it seems to kind of finally phase out a little bit. I would say I don't know where this is going to go in the next year or so, but it seems like the correction is happening. And of course, immediately One Piece is blowing up. Other TCG is blowing up, right? Just between the last time we talked until now,
Riftbound,
right? One Piece. I mean, a lot of different things, right? So I'm curious to see your take from a business owner, from a maybe potential pseudo collector, from a player perspective, right? Like, how do you see this market moving? What are you preparing for, and how do you guys kind of keep your attraction alive, right, from a store perspective. So
Yeah.
love to hear that.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say Pokemon is decay or dying. It's just correcting itself.
Yeah.
So your card that you bought, $100 is now back to 70, but you bought for 50.
Yeah.
So you're still up. You're just not up,
Yeah.
So you're still pretty good. Unless you bought it at the top where 100 you're getting in now, like you're trying to be a new POV vendor. Like, oh, I'm sorry, man. You lost your butt on a lot of money in that. But like, it's all about timing, right? So I don't think that it's dying. I think the money is moving to One Piece.
Sure.
I think because there is still growth to be made in One Piece.
Yeah.
Like the cards are 50 can go to 100 versus you buy a card for 100 Pokemon. Is it going to go to 200? Probably not. It's not 2x, right? So mathematically, ROI, One Piece makes more sense right now.
Yeah.
It's still like new, right? So in terms of gameplay, I think One Piece is probably one of the best, well-made mechanics in all of TCG. And that's not knocking anyone else. I just think how it's built, how the mechanic of like being able to make your Dawn do something else besides just being a mana, like in Magic. That's so like mind blowing. Like that mechanic is like so crazy. Like imagine putting your fire to your monster to attack make stronger.
It's like George Foreman grill.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that could do that.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, like what the? It's more than just mana. That's what. Why didn't anyone think about this, right?
Yeah.
Because to be honest, I play Pokemon for about a year competitively. I traveled for that Pokemon because there's money in there. I'm not gonna lie, because they're giving cash money because Yu-Gi-Oh wasn't giving cash money. Pokemon is boring. There's no interaction in Pokemon. You do your thing, they do their own thing, and you roll dice to make effects happen, and it's like too much RNG for my taste.
Yeah.
So I think it's really, really like collector heavy. Like I think there's
Sure.
more collectors than there is players. But for One Piece, there's both. The artwork is love it.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
The card quality.
Card quality, good.
Really good.
The ratios, the chase, perfect. Don't overprint. One manga per every 2 cases, perfect.
Yep.
The amount they're printing, perfect. They're not reprinting things. They're not making another set that reprints it like Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic. They're just making EBO1 is a small reprint set, but it was like a really big set where like it's hard to get reprint anyways. And they don't reprint the set. Like OP09 is still not reprinted. So that they're doing everything correctly that they can do for a card game. So I think it's just. Now you have the collector space that want to collect, and then the player space that want to bling out their deck. You have both of them competing for the manga cards.
Yeah.
So it's like you having 2 fast faucets going at the same time, where Pokemon didn't have that. Pokemon only had collectors. So I think it's just a lot of things going right at the right time, and then One Piece, like the anime, is just one of the GOAT anime. It's like Shakespeare for manga, right? And they're doing.
They even opened a gym in Shibuya. I got to visit.
Yeah.
That's how you know I'm a true OG.
Yeah. And then like
I'm a fraud.
Yeah, and then like it's going on forever. It's a well-known IP like Pokemon is.
Yeah.
And they're doing super crazy collabs like they did the Dodger Luffy.
Yep.
Which is they could have done it and made it look ugly, but they made it look good. Come on, it looks so good. And the Dodgers won.
Then they just announced the Lakers.
Yes,
too.
I'll get to that.
I don't even know
how it
if
looks
they're
like.
doing a card.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I saw the plushies.
Yeah.
But who knows?
But it's just everything. They're doing everything right. It's insane how well their marketing team is, how well their artists are. They're picking good artists, and they're just doing everything right. And I'm here. I'm all here for it.
Yeah. I'm actually curious to see like, do you see the parallel between like One Piece and Yu-Gi-Oh? Because Yu-Gi-Oh at one point was very like uber popular.
Yeah.
I would say even more than Pokemon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So, but I think that's because of there was not many options, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, we say before, let's say 2017, it was the big 3, they call it, right?
Yeah.
Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
And
I would say even before that, like I remember collecting Yu-Gi-Oh like with the 3 Egyptian cards.
Yes.
I think that was like the most popular of its era, right?
Yeah. So. But then I think Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh just kind of, the art didn't catch up with everyone else. Like Yu-Gi-Oh still does not have full arts. Like, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, there's no full arts, and then the pricing for Yu-Gi-Oh is not great. So the players are a little unhappy. The collectors are a little unhappy because you look at some of the cards for Yu-Gi-Oh, they're actually really looks really nice.
Yeah.
Imagine that in like a full art, but I think they're missing the wave, and I don't think they can get it back. To be honest.
Yeah.
Like this full arts have to be amazing for people to come back to Yu-Gi-Oh because
like too far gone.
It's too far. Like now. You have competition.
Yep.
So before, when just Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, you had to compete with Pokemon because it's an anime card game, right? Magic was kind of like always there with the older fellows, and so you only had to compete with Pokemon. But now you got to compete with Dragon Ball. You got to compete with Digimon. You got to compete with One Piece. You got to compete with Riftbound, Hololive, Weiss Schwartz, all Card by Vanguard. There's too many card games that you would fight for the pot, right?
Yep.
So I remember distinctly because you said that Yu-Gi-Oh was popular for players. When Dragon Ball came out, I'm not sure if you know this, but it was super hot, like how Pokemon is hot right now.
Yep.
The first set for Dragon Ball, that box was like $300, and this is the first time I ever saw like a card game blowing up like this. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then at
that's
the time,
not Pokemon, right?
That was not. No, Pokemon was still like kind of like whatever, like 120 a box. It wasn't too crazy.
Yeah.
And Yu-Gi-Oh was like still $70, $8 a box, but a box going for $300 for a first set, like this
unheard
is like,
of at that time.
Yeah,
right?
at the time that was unheard of, like crazy. And then at the time, like you see new card game count, you kind of like hesitant to put money in it because like, you might just lose everything.
Sure.
So
and that's actually kind of quite turned out true for Dragon Ball, right? Like Dragon Ball does not have the same popularity that once did, right?
Yeah, so like it eventually went downhill because the card game kind of like blew itself. But at the time that's $300 per box, and then that's when you found competition with Yu-Gi-Oh. Like they were like kind of competing with each other for market shares and player base. So now you see that with One Piece and Pokemon, you're fighting for capital financials, right?
Yeah.
But I think Yu-Gi-Oh is just so far gone that like the player base and the collectors don't care for it. Either you can collect Pokemon or you can play One Piece. Or now even Riftbound, right? Riftbound has League of Legends people, Faker, MVP. They have so many good IPs. I just think it's so far removed. But I think like it's here to stay because there's always the 2-year rule. If a card game can last for 2 years, then it made it. It's here to stay. It's like Dragon Ball didn't make that rule, didn't make it, and Digimon didn't make it. They're still around-ish, but like the player base is not as strong as when it first came out. One Piece passed 2-year rule, and I think Riftbound will make the 2-year rule because League of Legends is so popular. But like Lorcana's right now is not. It's kind of like testing the 2-year rule right now, right? It's almost 2 years. But One Piece definitely is here to stay.
Okay, and great take on that because my initial thought was like if the anime finish, right, similar to like Yu-Gi-Oh, when it finished, I think that's when the mass popularity kind of dropped.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that's where I'm thinking like, okay, One Piece itself is testing not only that 2-year period, but when the anime and the story ends. How are they gonna continue? Because Pokemon never ends.
Well, Ash really finished.
Yes, but you see what I'm saying? Like, it never ends. It's still going. They're still in the new generation. They are investing in the youth, right? And I think that's where it really differentiates Pokemon, even from Magic, I would say. Right? Magic doesn't really
have a
invest on youth, right? It's just the pure player base, and they rely on word of mouth to get new players into the game, right? But Pokemon, you can just, again, that test to the collector's market, right? You can just be a kid and like, I just want to have cool cards. Right? So that's something they do really well. And I'm optimistically skeptical about One
I can
Piece.
see that.
It's like, okay, when the anime ends, because it is in like the final
5 years, right? Like 5-6 years,
Well, it's like, I don't know, it's in this final like, story, right?
I think it should be within the next. It'll end in our lifetime.
Then, not like Berserk. Oh my God.
Like, and then maybe next 5-10 years. So I do agree. I don't really remember this when Ash finished his journey. It was kind of bullish. Bearish. Because people didn't know who's next Ash is going to be. What's going to happen? Anime's going to finish. Like people didn't know. And it was a little bearish at the time. But Pokemon's still Pokemon. It's still an animal.
Still there.
Yeah, it's still an animal, right?
Versus
One Piece, like you said, it's Luffy's story. Like what's going to happen after that?
And then
are you going to making a Boruto? Like
exactly.
Is it still the same? Is it though? I don't know. So I think that's where Pokemon differs from a lot of other animes because it's still animals at the end of the day. Versus One Piece is like a world of like your characters,
story, and the story ends, and then
what happens?
The people who are emotionally attached to the story eventually, like with time, right? You forget and you move on and you do other things, and the new generation doesn't have that context of that story. So I mean, guys, be cautiously, optimistic, but be cautious.
But still 5 to 10 years from now, right? There's still a lot of money to be made 5-10 years.
On
the 9th year, sell.
Right
before he finished the last line, like sell.
Exactly.
So
but test the market, be skeptical, but do your thing, guys, right? That's kind of what I'm saying. So okay, But yeah, all right. I think we'll reach out to the end of the segment here. Usually we'll do a product showcase, but I think today, well, we already done one and I completely screwed it up. So I think what we're gonna do now, we're gonna do the product showcase and we're gonna let you showcase your store. So we're gonna do a POV style. So we're gonna cut to the store. But before we do that, I want to again thank you for jumping on the podcast twice, and I really appreciate it. I remember like texting you like, I have a confession.
Oh, what's wrong? Is everything okay?
I was like, I am so sorry, I did not hit record. But yeah, it happened. So I'm glad you were able to jump back on. We're able to make this happen. Before we switch over, please tell everybody one more time the new store location, and then also where people can find you on Instagram, social media, all that.
So we're Project CCG. We're in Alhambra, 39 South Garfield, Alhambra, California, 91801. I'm getting the address mixed up. 91801, yes. We're in LA, Alhambra area, so come check us out if you're there. Project CCG on Instagram. This store is ProjectCCG_OC. So we made a separate IG for this store because to mix up events, we don't want to mix it up too much. This store's address is 600 South Grand Avenue, Santa Ana, California, 92705. So it's kind of like a warehouse area-ish, depending on parking. So I think it's a lot better parking than our Alhambra area, but we're trying to bring everything that's over there in LA to Alhambra. So if you like our Alhambra area, I'm pretty sure you'll like this area too. We're bringing a lot of singles, a lot of sealed. We're trying to allocate some stuff from over there to over here so that we can have bigger releases here. We won't have as many slabs here, but we'll try our best to kind of emulate what we have in LA. But awesome. So our staff will be kind of similar. Cut the rope, train the same way. Have the same personalities and chillness and vibe that you get in LA. So we're trying to bring you to LC.
Awesome, man. I cannot wait for this to be open because this will be honestly the only store I'll go to from now on. You see me come here, learn some Gundam. Gundam. Learn some One Piece. So learn some Pokemon. I'm a One Piece guy. What are you talking about?
One Piece. I'll be fair. Pokemon's probably the easiest game to play. So if you guys want to learn, teach a kid to play something, Pokemon's probably the easiest.
I was so confused when I trying to do the tutorial One Piece because everybody actually tells me really fun, right? So I want to give it a shot. But I'm trying to juggle between that and Gundam. Gundam, Gundam is like my first love. Well, so when they announced when they announced the TCG, I'm like, I don't even care. I hope it doesn't die. I hope it like just stay just above dead. So I can get all the booster box if I want it. Man, not the case.
So that's pretty much our store. And I want to thank my sponsors, Collector. We have the Collector app on it's behind me. But
nice.
Let me turn around real quick.
You can show. Bam, Collector, guys. Shout out.
I gave Alan a shirt.
I got it. I'm gonna take
he's wearing it. In the video, he was wearing it. So I threw it to him. But I gave Alan and Kristen a shirt. But Collector.
He's on my back too, right?
Yeah, he's on his back. Yeah, he has a new version. Yeah. So Collector's app. That's probably one of the best apps you want to use to kind of see your net worth. I think it's a really, really great tool. And then Pyramid, our mats, they're sponsored us for our players. They help me send players to go fly out to play events. And then Cardware's sleeve brand. So I think it's these guys are helping us help other people. So they saw that we are doing good things for people. They give us money to do other things for people.
No, I love. I actually use Collector myself. No, not just a plug to them, but like I use it. Sometimes for me to kind of understand where my product is at, what are my seals, what are my, just get a rough idea of how my portfolios are doing, right? I use it all the time. So guys, sponsor, hit me up.
It's a really good app. I'm not even like,
no, it's great.
It's great. It's like, it shows you like your highs and lows and you need to get out, you need to get in. Like it's great. It's like an amazing app. And I talk to the people on Collectors and they're great people. So it's not just an app. They're just a great company in general.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'm a product manager by day trade, my day job, right? So I'm always looking like, I can improve this can be improved. I'm like, so
their UI is amazing. So
so
thank you guys,
great,
Collector. So
all right, well, we'll cut to the camera shot here. So
always something new with you. Every viewer.
I gotta try.
You had the translator one video, and you had the
well, like I said, I'm always trying to improve, trying to make something new, so that it's always fresh. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in for the new season. We got lots of amazing guests lining up. I cannot spoil it yet, so you guys will start seeing some clips here and there. But again, thank you very much today for Dennis, and we're out here, and we're gonna cut to the camera shot. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Peace.
All right, what's up, guys? So this is a new shop in OC, Santana. So here at Project G, it's called Project because, everything's a project. So it was our new shop. Everything looks kind of messy right now, so bear with me. So this will be a buying area here. We'll have Adam be buying all our goods here. So it'll be an actual station. In LA, we don't have an actual station. So you can sit down and talk to him and make deals and stuff like that. Over here will be all the pyramid stuff and cardware, our sponsors. We have all our sealed display case on the back. And then these display cases are still empty. I think this one might be PSA, and this one might be like Gundam and Riftbound. But cash register here, so it's kind of similar to our shop in LA. Same kind of setup. More sealed product in the back. And then Pokemon's gonna be all display cases here. Same card maxes we use for LA, so it's easy for you guys to find stuff. So we have our Pokemon here, kind of further away from the door, because in LA it's actually next to the door. But I think this area is kind of easier to run out and like to kind of peek in. So we kind of, for safety reasons, kind of have it more deeper into the shop so that we can, kind of take every precaution we can to keep the store safe. And over here will be storage area. So we won't have too much storage area here, so that's why like it's kind of small, because mainly of our seal stuff will be going to LA. But it'll be kind of like extra sleeves, so we don't have to go back to LA every time. And then over here will be all the play area. We're going to be able to hold up to 64 players. If you double up the tables, it'll be 64. But for kind of more chill space, we're going to have only one set of tables out, so you guys have more area to like walk around and stuff like that. But yeah, and then I think Kristen's going to try to have a card show soon with all her girlies. And then we're going to try to turn these tables to the other way and then have the vendors in each table. So hopefully that comes soon, right, Kristen? hopefully soon. But yeah, we're excited to have you guys come this Saturday, and hope to see you guys soon. Laters.